Okay, so you guys all know me. I've been playing the shit out of this game and watching the holy hell out of updates since Craftopia has just gone through development over time, and there's been a massive, massive update that happened during, I'm gonna call it the Ides of December here. But this shit was a lot bigger than I had expected, and if it winds up being really great, I'm just gonna record this preemptively now, and then just do a bit of a playthrough of just exploring the update with you guys, because I do want to give my due diligence if it is a good update, because I haven't seen a really good update ever since, again, like I have mentioned several times in the past, since they really changed the stun locking mechanics of bosses and kind of gave you hyper armor. So this had a lot of balancing behind it. I was under the impression that they were just going to add another new weapon, maybe add in another thing, which is like this new fishing mechanic that they have in here, fishery. But no, they added a lot of different things in here. There are some changes in the quality of life of vehicles right here, for example. They completely removed dot damage. Damage done while you're in a vehicle is completely changed versus before. Again, they added in this fishery mechanic down here, which is basically that you can throw a net into what are called fish shadows that you can detect using a detector, which is a new item that they added into the game, apparently, that allows you to just see a bunch of different things. Fish shadows also do not pop up in certain islands. They also changed the island generation. I don't know where it's going to be on this list, so I won't look for it, but they made it so that now there is always an NPC village island, from my understanding, which is called, like, Island Where People Live. So you will always have an area where you can quest for NPCs rather than have to look for them, which thank God for that one. Also, if you fish in the morning, there's a lot more of a chance you'll get good shit. So there's that. They added a bunch of new status effects that go to a lot of different weapons in the game, chilled, frozen, and electro, which is pretty dope. They added in a new boss, Fafnir, which is on that giant bridge area that I've been on several times in the past. A lot of new fish and all of this other crap. So those are just like the general additional things. Of course, they added in katanas, like I said. They added in a completely different weapon type. From what I understand, it's going to be very fun. It already started out with skills, because, again, that was one big issue that they had even with guns still. There are no skills with guns that you can use. So, honestly, guns are kind of poopy at the moment, still. But doesn't really matter that much. But they added in skills immediately with the katana, and the way that it works is kind of crazy, because it's all about, like, timing and attacking during enemy attack frames. So if you know how an enemy is going to hit you, you can completely avoid damage and just do mass amounts of damage to them, which sounds super fucking fun. But moving further down here as well, they also changed a couple of different things towards, like, taming and getting it to work a little bit better, and some items specifically for it if you wanted to specifically be a tamer when you play with people or by yourself or whatever the hell that you wanted to do. There's also a new gacha system as well, where if you kill bosses, you get an equipment gacha coin, and then the material gacha coin is by questing with NPCs, but I like that there's actually a use for the gacha system now that makes fucking sense, so good on you there. They added this gravity gauntlet that apparently moves entire buildings, and you can whip dice by using the gravity gauntlet. I don't know what that means, but it's a thing that you can do. This explains the katana system right here. So I'm just going to have this highlighted so that you guys can take a look at this later on, and hopefully I zoomed in the footage, but there you go. So that is the new katana and how that works. So there's like a drawing stance and a returning stance, then you can do like this crazy EI slash bullshit that can just completely nullify any damage that would be dealt to you during the right frames. So hopefully it works properly at the moment, though, because there can be like glitchy shit with timings and stuff, but I don't see it being too big of an issue. There's also new island gen beyond level 5 that is nice. That'll change the way certain things are, especially different trials and dungeons and stuff that you'll see beyond certain island levels. So there's actually a reason to generate islands that are higher level, by the way. And most importantly, they completely rebalanced experience, and they're saying that this is going to be easier, quite a bit easier, to reach a new level when you defeat bosses, because at least they were aware once you hit the mid-game in Craftopia, it was fucking ridiculous to be able to level up beyond that point. Once you hit around like the 20 to 30, you started, like, there was a big incline for leveling up. And, of course, they're saying that if you kill bosses, you're going to level up faster. But thank God for that. I'll have to read through some of this stuff more. But, like, this is all just a bunch of balancing with skills and all of this. Like, there's a ton of crap in here. A ton of things in here. And I want to read through it later on, but I want to also just play the game. So I'm just going to give kudos to where it needs to be given, though. There's a lot of changes that happen in here, a lot of slice of life changes that have made things apparently move smoother. So we're going to just dive into the game next. So I will see you there in a minute. Okay, so I just had to convert all of my data. I have no idea what that means. It could be bad things, but we'll find out. I don't think it's going to be bad things, though. Duality was my dedicated caster, right? I think Duality was my dedicated caster. What are you? I don't remember what I set up for you. I need to make a new world, though. So let's just make another one for good measure. Oh, this is a character I've already had, right? Well, I'm going to just completely change that regardless, so... Yeah, that was a mistake on my end. By the way, the load times are way faster than they were before. Holy shit. Oh god, we're Hatsune Miku. Oh, alright, that's what we're going with. I'm literally just gonna call her Miku as well. We're gonna change what she looks like, but...
Now, test complete, all hands.
That was super loud, holy fuck. Alright, yeah, that's going to be our Katana character. Yep. The blipping noise for text bubbles, though, is awful. I think for good measure as well, I'm just going to turn my audio down a little bit, just in case. So, game might be on the quiet side, but I'd rather it be on the quiet side than to drown me out. Alright, well that's one age increase, so now we need to make... Okay, so the detector isn't new, it's just been changed on what it does. That's what I was wondering at first. They haven't changed... They haven't really added anything with that. I need to make another one of these, too. Yeah, there we go. We need more benches, so let's get... We're gonna do 2 of these furnaces. And a smithy. We're maximizing our efficiency, ladies and germs. This is how it works. I do need more... I need copper ingots, specifically. Oh, I must have gotten it from a quest, then. That's what that is. And I am going to want a bow before anything here. I don't really care as much about the sword, honestly. Because I can do fine with just a stick for now if I really need to, but I want the bow done. Now, while we're over in this neck of the woods, I want to grab all of these plants. And the reason why I'm not stressing out about a weapon is because, number one, we have all of these beautiful fucking chests all over the place that we should be grabbing everything off of, so there's no reason not to grab those. And we can very likely get a weapon out of these. I'm, of course, being proven wrong, specifically because I am on camera in front of you guys right now. But when we go into the dungeons, I wouldn't be shocked if I, like, wind up pulling a weapon immediately out of my first chest. Never mind, we got a fucking baseball bat. We're good to go. Well, a stick will do. It's also scorching, so that's actually a really nasty first-time weapon. That's a really good affix to have on a stick of all things. But, trust me, the stick is plenty. It may not be the most appealing sounding weapon on the planet, but it'll do. Yeah, this game runs a lot smoother than it did before. This is also just the Isle of Beginning, but... well, it does make a big difference, but... I don't think we're going to see that much of a difference here. Like, I don't know, something about it just, I can feel it. It just feels a lot less clunkier than it did before, which, good on the devs for that. We do need more of these, though. So, now that we have this beautiful piece of machinery here, we need even more copper. We need to go even further beyond. So I'm just gonna claim all of these and get all these extra skill points here. I need my dodge action, and I definitely want two-hand and preferably heal. Oh, cool, they actually didn't just make everything a fucking katana skill, right? Like they did with the damn swords and stuff. Cool. I'm kinda glad about that, actually. So there's actually a difference between using a sword and a katana, because you don't have half of the sword skills in the game. Actually, you don't really seem to have any of these skills as katana. Flash Strike is one, but it's not a thing that we have right now. Lightning speed. Most of your skills for katana are like tier 4 and up, though, which I don't know how I feel about that. That's a little unfortunate. You don't even get half of your skills until really late. I mean, you even get a spear skill in tier 2, so I mean... I need two-hand, though, which is in the next tree, so... How do you put the thing away? Oh, you just hit C. Interesting. So you hit C and then you just put it away officially. So that's how that works. Interesting. But you have to be able to start sprinting to roll. So that's going to be a little weird because you can't just dodge out of the way of an attack. So you got to kind of go balls to the wall. And then when you start sprinting, you are in the sheath stance. So when you right-click, you have this attack right here. Interesting. So, I think when you right-click, that is your EI slash that you have right there that I was talking about, which allows you to, yeah, that's what allows you to be able to, like, eat through attacks. So, the Uchigatana is the next one, which I'm going to get that later, just not now. Actually, I take it back, we're getting it now. And you can still have the shield, even though it's not actually being used, which is dope. And boom, we have armor with attack speed 20% on it. So we're pretty much living in the lap of luxury right now. The only thing that I don't have that's cream of the crop at the moment are those iron arrows, but we'll make do. Now, I do believe that we have a dungeon to murder. That is dope. I really like that. That is such a nice way to not take damage in a melee fight. Unfortunately, though, it's kind of starting to do the same thing that a lot of their new weapons are that they add in, is it just... Actually, no, they're usually weak when they start out. This is new. This is a nice change of pace. It feels like this completely invalidates, like, every other weapon choice, though, that you have. At least for melee options. Just because it's so fucking powerful. Like, I like how good it is, though, for sure. Again, it's better than it being shit when it first releases, so I'll take that, but... I just hope that the Great Sword and all of its glory and whatnot can still be used as a decent option, is all. And also, this controls a lot better than it ever did. Because this used to be horrendous how bad that it controlled in the past. It's mostly in, like, controlling when you boost. Oh, you know what? Island of Residence is what they were talking about right there when it comes to the islands that are guaranteed to have people on them all the time. So, we'll go there next. Okay, an orc is something I can work with now, so let's try that. There we go. That was one. That's another one. I like it. And this can stack up to like 6 times, I believe. Oh my god! Yo, your combos change as you build that shit. Dude, that's fucking sick! Oh, dude, I really like that a lot. Oh my god. There is a pretty good skill ceiling with that, actually, and because it completely negates damage... That literally did no damage to me, by the way. I just want to point that out. That didn't work at all as planned. I was hoping that the end of that would hit. But no. Alright, so we're going to do that. Though apparently if you hit the spacebar while it's sheathed, then you really dive up into the air there. I've never really seen him do that attack before, I'll be honest with you. That's so weird that I just stood on his head right there. So the katana's not the best weapon at all for this guy. I'll say that much. Because this is fucking odd. It also doesn't help that I have to, like, really make sure that I get up on top of him right now, otherwise he does this annoying bullshit. So you can stop anytime, bud. You can stop anytime so I can get up on your crotch. Thank you. Oh my god, it's awful! This is such a terrible weapon to use against him, though, because you just move so much. Holy shit. I'm just gonna left click when I'm on him. Because there's no other reasoning to do any other attack type other than that. That is awful. Alright, no, that's fine. Like, that's just a poor example of a boss, but, like... Does anybody actually have issues fighting the Iron Golem, though, in all honesty? Does anybody ever have issues with the Golem boss? I think I know the answer to that one. That's a bear that is defending a dungeon, but... Oh, there he is. There's King Mono. Alright, so we're gonna do this, and there's an elephant right there. There's always an elephant on these islands right there, then. Cool. Bing bong. Oh, he just straight died. Alright, he didn't even get to change yet. Interesting. I did not know you could do that. I thought that he just transformed once you hit him, but, cool, I guess you can stage skip. There are horses over there, too. A merchant man. Blacksmith Fergus is here, too. Look at that. Can I sell shit to him? Or no, I can only buy things, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I do not have the money for, like, anything you're selling, mate. Researcher Faust. Faust, come here. Do I not have research material? I don't, actually. What is he doing, like... You're giving me log? Sure, yeah. If that's all that you want, dude. You can have this one, because I don't want the fucking affix on it. Boom. It's like a free slate of growth, too. It's great. Anybody else have, like, quests and stuff, though? Because, like, I thought that you could give those, like, horns and stuff to people. Yeah, fossils. Who wants fossils? Somebody's gotta be a fossil man around here. Or woman. 10 item with the enchantment freezing? That seems like a really weird specific thing that you want. Fisher Senpai. Holy shit. Senpai? Senpai has taken notice. Holy shit. Dreams do come true. Oh yeah, there's also ancient documents and shit, too, that you can give. I don't even know where all of these NPCs are at, but at least, hey, we have a village right here that's guaranteed. Anyway, back to your regular scheduled program of beating shit up. Crocodiles would also be a really great way to fucking stack with the katana. There's also the abandoned mine, which, that's still a thing. A lot of good ores you can get out of these. Wow, alright, we're already seeing gold ores, man. Jesus. I really dig this katana, though. This thing's pretty cool. It fixes a lot of, like, the damage-taking issues that I have had with this game for God knows how long. Even if you don't get the stack out of it, it doesn't matter because you get to just immunify yourself from damage for quite a bit of time. Now, if I was a spell-using katana wielder, then that'd be something entirely different, but I'm not. Also, apparently, that just makes you a flat-out two-weapon character now. Because you can basically combine greatswords on top of katana. Because they essentially have the same path that you're trying to build with all of your skills and stuff. So, I mean, you could be dedicated more towards using a claymore, but either way, from how I'm looking at it right here, you literally, you can combine the two. God damn it, another one of these. I don't like fighting these guys. They're annoying. Boom. Well, I guess that's easy. An equipment gotcha coin. Hey, I need to throw that in a gotcha machine now. I do. I need to throw that in a gotcha machine. For those of you out there that are actual researchers and scientists, I need to know, is this, like, insulting to you that the stereotype of every single researcher and scientist is just mad and crazy? Is that, like, mildly insulting to you guys? I would like to know this. For science, of course. I like how you also don't even need a two-handed skill anymore. You can just wear this as an armor. Done. That just fixes the fucking problem altogether. And it's a steel ingot, which means it's actually really easy to get good affixes on it. So that's a really good build decision right there. Oh, you throw it at it. Interesting. Okay. Top trade gotcha capsule. Well, let's throw it and see what happens then. Pew! Smith's Red Elemental Robe. Max life, price rate. I like it. It's pretty cool. It's a really cool armor, actually. Except now you're gonna die, bud. Okay. I like the gacha system. It is pretty cool. The first thing that I pulled was already pretty decent, so I'm going to go with confirmation bias and say that those are some good-ass rates. Platinum, why do you not give me much defense? Because it's not actually counting the defense. Interesting. It's not even giving me the shielding. Alright, so I actually can't use that when I'm using... Okay, I didn't know that, actually. I didn't know that. Alright. So it gives me that, which is the bear's affix, really. So I really do, I need something like that then in order to get that to work. Interesting. Alright. I mean, it makes sense. I'm just noticing it now. For I am an idiot. I'm a fucking loon. Now, I think the big thing that I should absolutely fight with this Katana character is I should pick a fight with a dragon at one point. I'm not going to do it here because I don't feel like dealing with heat effects right now. Which, I mean, I'll have to deal with that in the desert anyway, I think, but... I should probably get something to deal with that. But however, the most important thing right now is I could do this. And that's really the entire purpose why I ran back to my house. Because we are going to save a shitload of time just doing that. Yeah, this is worth it for the update alone right here. Just being able to do this shit. Oh, cool. I just got a fucking thing right out of that. Another one. Ow. Didn't get it that time, though. Alright. Didn't work that time either. Though I'm about to die, so I want to make sure that I can use that. Damn it, I tried to jump. Did not work. He's angry. He is very angry. You're gonna have to deal with it, buddy, because I'm gonna murder you. Oh my fucking god, I hate that attack so much. Alright, that was the big attack right there that I needed to do. That was a jump over that. Come on, game. Fucky hitboxes, be fucky. What are you gonna do? I got him, though. Alrighty, cool. Well, that was actually a pretty dope fight. I really shouldn't have even won that fight, though, so I'm alright with the results. Yeah, that's really dope. There's a lot of things that allow you to be able to not take damage. You just gotta time it right. I'm starting to realize that one. Sniping trial, what? Oh, I see. Well, luckily I brought one of these bad Larrys. What you got for me? Damn. 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 This fox got fucking aim, dude. Holy shit. That stun lock is so fucking annoying on that, though. That's the one thing, too, about the katanas. You don't get all the bonus of, like, the stun lock perks and stuff like that they added into the game because you're not actually swinging. You're waiting for an opportunity to. So there's a much higher skill ceiling here, definitely for sure. I was trying to jump, but you can't jump when you have it out. Bring it on, boyo. That did a lot of fucking damage, and he didn't like that. What you got, homie? No damage either from that. Oh, dude, that is so fucking good. That is so good. That feels so fucking righteous to pull that off, too. Oh, my God. That's the game right there. That's how you do it. I like it. I like it a lot. I wasn't paying attention to how much XP he gave me, though. I don't want to be caught in that. There we go. Yeah, easy clap, dude. Easy clap when you pull that off, man. Damn, dude. Katana just fucking claps. You don't even need a skill either, too, dude. I'm doing this with no skills. That's crazy. Bring it on, bud. That's not what I want to have happen here. I don't like how many enemies also have, like, a stunning scream that guarantees that you take damage in this game. There's a lot of enemies that use that same thing. And I know you just don't need to be standing next to them, but the problem is if you're a melee character, yeah, you're going to be standing next to them. That's what your whole entire job description is. And as you guys kind of saw right there, there's not really a very super-duper clear indication that that's going to happen. A lot of attacks in this game, from bosses or enemies alike, they don't really have very good telegraphs that they're going to happen ahead of time, especially when there's something as detrimental as I'm gonna scream in your face and you can't do anything for 5 seconds. It's better when you can, like, take the hit, but I kind of can't right now, and I know I really just shouldn't be here, but the point of the matter is, clearly I can do the damage output to do the thing. So I should be rewarded by being able to do it by being good, not by because the game says that you just, you know what I mean? And that'll do it. It's super fun. It really is. It is super fun. I did that without even getting touched by that guy. But yeah, like, you just kind of gotta, like, fucking spam the right click when he does that. It's like, you can get out of the attack. And don't get me wrong, I don't think it's super broken. I just wish that attacks had better telegraphs than they do in this game. A lot of times, they just kind of will randomly do certain attacks. There's not really a particular thing to know that it's going to happen, and then when it happens, it just screws you over. It just comes off a little cheap. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, though. I really don't. I actually think it's pretty decent versus usually how these are done in these games. But going off of from what I saw right there with XP, I'd say this is a pretty good balance that they have set up for things. I'm probably going to grind the shit out of this boy, though. And oh, dude. I can make a bipod now. Excellent. I'm probably going to grind the shit out of this boy so I can make some Executioner armor and put it onto my lady here. And we'll go from there. I don't really care about the attack speed as much, but I'm probably going to get a Berserk skill to be able to compensate for that attack speed because... boy, I want attack speed. I want attack speed really badly. And Berserk is kind of one of the only ways to really get it. Yeah, attack speed right there. And I don't want to completely, like, strip my defense by doing it, though. Because defense kind of keeps you alive. It's pretty important. But yeah, so I'm going to let you guys go on that note, and I'll follow up on this after playing around for a while, because this is going to take a lot more than apparently the 2 hours that I did for this recording. So, I'll see you guys then. Take it easy, and hopefully we'll be able to see some Katana skills by that point.